Have you ever stopped to think about what truly separates the people who reach 100 full of fire and curiosity from those who just fade away long before? If you're in your 70s, 80s, or even pushing 90 and you still want to live with strength, sharp wits, and real joy, the answer might shock you. It's not some rare gene or expensive treatment. It's the small daily things you're still doing that are quietly stealing your best years. In today's video, I'm revealing the 7 hidden habits you must drop right now if you seriously want to hit 100 feeling alive. If you or someone you love is between 70 and 90, grab a cup of tea and listen closely. These are the sneaky traps that even the smartest, kindest seniors fall into. Things that rob energy, blur memory, and shorten healthy lifespan without you even noticing. For each one, I'll give you a real story of someone who turned it around, plus simple steps you can start today. Stay until the very end, because the last habit is the one most people completely overlook, and fixing it alone can make you feel 10 years younger almost overnight. Let's dive in. Number 1. Speaking age as a limitation. The single most toxic habit as we get older is saying the words, "I'm too old for that," out loud or in your head. Every time you declare that's for younger people, or "my time for that has passed," you're programming your brain and body to shut down possibilities. Words are medicine or poison, and too many of us are poisoning ourselves daily. Meet Dorothy, 78, who used to love gardening. After turning 75, she started saying, "I'm too old to be on my knees in the dirt." Within a year, she'd given away her tools, her flowers died, and she spent most afternoons dozing in a chair. Her energy vanished, and her mood followed. One day, her neighbor brought over a raised garden bed on wheels. Dorothy laughed and said, "I'm too old for new tricks." But she tried it anyway. 6 months later, she was growing tomatoes again, stronger than ever, and laughing that she'd almost sentenced herself to the rocking chair with just a few careless sentences. Science now proves that seniors who refuse to use age as an excuse have stronger immune systems, better balance, and live years longer. Starting today, catch yourself every time you're about to say, "I'm too old." Replace it with, "Let me see if I can still do this," or "I'll find my own way." Your body listens to the story you keep repeating. Tell a better one. Number 2, daily doses of ultra-processed junk. That little cookie with coffee, the microwave dinner because it's easy, the handful of candy just this once, they add up to accelerated aging. Processed foods loaded with seed oils, sugar, and chemical additives cause inflammation that attacks your arteries, brain, and joints faster after 70 than at any other time of life. Take George, 76, a retired mechanic who lived on frozen pizzas and soda. He joked that grease ran in his veins. Then came the warning signs: sky-high triglycerides, brain fog, and knees that screamed climbing stairs. His doctor laid it out plainly. Keep eating like a teenager, and you won't see 80. George switched to real food: eggs and avocado for breakfast, big salads with grilled chicken, berries for dessert. 3 months in, he said his brain felt unlocked, and he was back tinkering in his garage pain-free. You don't have to be perfect. Just crowd out the junk with real food 80% of the time. Keep cut veggies, hard-boiled eggs, and nuts where the cookies used to be. Your future 90-year-old self is begging you to make the swap today. If number 2 hit home, drop a 2 in the comments so I know you're still with me. And hit that subscribe button with the bell. I release a new science-backed video for seniors every single week. Number 3, living like a piece of furniture. Sitting is the new smoking, and after retirement, It's frighteningly easy to sit 10 to 12 hours a day. Every extra hour glued to a chair dramatically raises your risk of frailty, blood clots, diabetes, and dementia. Eleanor, 80, spent 2 years resting in her recliner after a bad fall. She thought she was being careful. Instead, her muscles melted away and she needed a walker just to reach the kitchen. Her physical therapist gave her one rule: move something every 30 minutes. She started with seated leg lifts while watching her shows, then standing marches during commercials. A year later, she ditched the walker and dances at weddings again. You don't need a gym. Put a glass of water in every room so you have to get up. Walk laps around the house while talking on the phone. Dance to one song every afternoon. Motion is lotion for your joints and rocket fuel for your brain. Number 4, carrying yesterday's baggage. Unresolved resentment is like swallowing a little bit of poison every day and hoping the other person gets sick. It spikes cortisol, raises blood pressure, and literally shortens telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. At 82, Victor hadn't spoken to his brother in 17 years over an old inheritance argument. Every family gathering, he felt a knot in his stomach. Finally, on the eve of his 83rd birthday, he picked up the phone. They talked, cried, and met for coffee the next week. Victor told me the day after that call, he felt 20 pounds lighter and slept through the night for the first time in years. Forgiveness isn't about the other person. It's about giving yourself permission to stop paying rent to the past. Write the letter you'll never send. Pray, meditate, or simply decide, I release this for my own health. The peace you gain is pure longevity medicine. Loving this so far? Comment 4 below so I know you're here, and please share this video with one person you care about. Number 5, treating loneliness as normal. Sustained loneliness has the same risk to lifespan as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Harvard said it, not me. Yet millions of seniors accept it as just how things are now. After losing his wife, Leonard, 79, spent 18 months speaking to almost no one. His memory started slipping and he barely left the house. His son signed him up for a local woodcarving club without asking. Leonard grumbled but showed up. 3 months later, he was teaching beginners and had a waiting list for his hand-carved birds. He told me, I didn't realize how dead I felt until I started feeling alive again. You don't need 50 friends. You need a few real connections. Call one person today just to say hi. Join a walking group, a church class, a library book club, anything with friendly faces. Your brain and heart will thank you with extra healthy years. Number 6, accepting terrible sleep as old age. Waking up 5 times a night, lying awake at 3 a.m., dragging through the day. These aren't inevitable. Chronic poor sleep doubles your risk of dementia and heart attack. Yet most seniors never get it properly treated. Gladys, 81, bragged she'd survived on 4 hours for decades. Then she started forgetting her grandchildren's names. A sleep study revealed mild apnea. A simple CPAP machine changed everything. 6 months later, she said, I didn't know what energy felt like until now. Create a sacred wind down. No screens an hour before bed. Bedroom cool and pitch black. Same bedtime every night. Cut caffeine after noon. Treat sleep like the most important appointment of your day, because it is. If number 6 made you think of your own nights, drop a 6 in the comments. We're in this together. Number 7, saying no to anything new. The fastest way to age your brain is to stop feeding it novelty. When you declare, I've already learned everything I need to, or That's not for me. Your neural connections start pruning themselves like an abandoned garden. At 84, Rose had never touched a smartphone. She insisted, "Those are for kids." Her granddaughter handed her a tablet with big icons and said, "Just try for 10 minutes." Rose discovered YouTube gardening channels, reconnected with cousins on Facebook, and now video calls her great-grandbabies in Australia every Sunday. She laughs, "I'm busier at 86 than I was at 60. Say yes to one new thing this month: a new walking route, a cooking class, pickleball, watercolor, a language app, anything. Novelty is brain fertilizer. The more you learn, the longer your mind stays young. Final thoughts. Look back at these 7 habits and be brutally honest. Which one is quietly holding you back right now? You don't have to fix them all today. Pick one, just one, and watch how fast the dominoes start falling in the right direction. The decade from 75 to 85 and 85 to 95 can be the richest, freest, most joyful season of your entire life if you refuse to let these silent thieves steal it from you. You've already lived an extraordinary story. Don't let the final chapters be written by default. Write them on purpose, with energy, laughter, connection, and wonder. Drop a comment below and tell me which of the 7 you're committing to drop first. I read every single one, and your courage inspires the whole community. If this video lit even a tiny spark in you, please hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear it today. Together, we're proving that growing older can be the adventure of a lifetime. Thank you for spending this time with me. Here's to your strongest, happiest, longest chapter yet. I'll see you in the next video.